Hello and welcome to this video. Today we are looking at how to live beyond labels in year 2022. How to live beyond labels in year 2022. Yes, this is the purpose of today's video. My name is Shirley En. I am your inclusion specialist, a principal consultant at Thaboshi Inclusive, a consulting company of general inclusion. Yes, I'm happy you are back in with a bang, actually. And I hope this video that I'm making today will help you a lot. We are looking at how to live beyond labels in year 2022. I hope 2022 will treat you very, very well. It will treat you beautifully, and this video will take you through. Well, let's start off by looking at what do we mean by labels. What do we mean by labels? What are these labels that we are referring to? In this case, labels are phrases or names that other people will call you with based on your characteristics, your physical appearance, your social status, or your condition, such as your illness or a special need, whatever situation, whatever circumstance that they might be looking at. So people would call you with this, not necessarily your name. They might attach it to your name, or they might simply decide to call you by such labels. Labels such as divorcee, labels such as ugly, labels such as disabled, labels such as thin, two-third, whatever. But usually labels do not portray a good picture. They're not positive labels. They're not positive referrals of somebody. So this is what we are going to be talking about. And these labels might range from mild to very harsh. In my country or in my language, we can have really, really serious labels. We can have harsh labels. People with disabilities can be called dihole or sehole, meaning that this person is totally disabled. Some people can be referred to as potatoes just because probably they have multiple disabilities and they have not been able to walk. They have not been able to move from one point to another, and that is the condition that they have. Some people would be called barren because they cannot bear children. So these are the labels that I am looking at today, and the purpose of this video is to give you skills, to equip you such that you will be able to live beyond these labels. A lot of people, not just people with disabilities, are struggling with labels starting from childhood. They can even go, to the levels of adults. There are adults who still call others such labels. And so this video is for everyone, whether you are living with disabilities, whether you are living with a chronic illness, whether you think you are non-disabled or you think you are normal, you can be having or be called with labels. So this is the video that will cut across, that will speak to each and every one of us. Yeah, with such rich background, let's Now get to the real business of this video. We are discussing strategies for living beyond labels. The first strategy that I've listed here is loving yourself unconditionally. So the first strategy is to love yourself. I know this might sound easy, but I also know that it is not as easy as it sounds. Some people might find it very difficult to love themselves, but that is the first strategy. In the next video, we would expound on this point. It is very, very imperative that you love yourself as an individual or as a person, such that you love yourself unconditionally, such that whatever comes from outside finds you rich inside, rich with confidence and with so much love for yourself. So the first strategy is to love yourself. The second strategy is to ignore whatever that people are calling you, to ignore those people and to continue as if you don't know what people are calling you. You don't know that there are people who are labeling you, and you just continue with your life. You continue with the joy. You try to keep up the positive energy and self-esteem as much as possible. I know that also this might not sound as easy as it might not be as easy as it sounds, but this is the points that we would continue to expound. The third one is to laugh it off. This is a very powerful strategy. Number three is that you laugh it off. Whatever that you hear that people are saying, remember that I said sometimes people say these things out of ignorance. Some of them might say it out of jealousy, and some of them say it because they are hurting themselves. They are hurting. This is a hurting person, a person who's living under pain, so much pain, and there is no other energy that these people can give out except the energy they know, which is the energy, the negative energy. So you laugh it off. You just say, this is how people end. How can people really be, saying something like that? And you just laugh it off and continue as if it does not affect you. The third one is to keep or to stay in amongst positive friends, to keep yourself among positive people, people who love you. Spend as much as possible with these people, with a family or friends who really love you as you are. Those people who nurture you, those people who empower you, those people who love you as you are, and those people who are able to tell you some sweet things about yourself, who make you have a high or a good concept and self-esteem about yourself. So these are the people that you keep. So basically I can say keep a positive company. The third one is to stay away from platforms or places of people that would label you negatively. Stay as much as possible from such platforms. It might be social media, it might be, family or gatherings where you know that people would be saying these negative words, and they're more likely to be labeling you, they're more likely to attack you. So you stay away as much as possible away from those people and away from such platforms. So that is the strategy number 5. Stay away from platforms where people are more likely to attack you, to ridicule you, to label you negatively, and all that. So that is number 5. Number 6 is that you mind your own business. You become busy with your own life. Get as much busy as possible to stay focused on what you do. Spend your energy on personal development. Get out, do what you love, spend your time studying, spend your time, investing on yourself to make yourself a better person. You might want to you might want to take those labels and look at them, to assess them, and you start developing yourself personally, and you continue with your life. You become busy, you become engaged in different projects as much as you can. The next point, which is the 7th point, is to define yourself and tell your story yourself. Whatever label, whatever condition that you have, whatever situation that you find yourself in, if you don't want people to start attacking you and labeling you, the best way is for you to tell your own story. Are you a person living with disability? Are you living with a condition that is very unique? Get that power. Get that power. Seize the power by telling the story yourself, by labeling yourself, giving yourself a label that you want people to call yourself with. If you need to be having any such label, tell your story yourself before anybody else tells your story, or before anyone else spreads negative perceptions about you. Tell your own story. Write a book. Do a YouTube. Start a YouTube channel and tell your story. Do something with that condition. Teach others about that condition, because remember I said that one of the reasons why people go on to label others is because they don't understand. They are taken from the point of ignorance. A lot of people are so ignorant, especially when it comes to special needs. So you might want to start using that as a platform to share with people, to spread a positive energy that emanates from you, to share how you cope with that situation and teach others so that people might understand. You might find that people start confessing that, this is how I look at the situation. I didn't know that you guys can do this. I didn't know that a person with a disability can go this far. I didn't know this and that. But so basically, telling your story, it empowers you, it disempowers your enemies and empowers you as a person. It empowers you. It, at the end of the day, it so much gives a positive energy out there, and it educates the nation. So this is the